Pentagon's budget is the master controller of virtually everything that happens in the Department of Defense, including how it buys aircraft, ships, launch vehicles, helicopters, and everything else. The Army Budget Justification document for fiscal year 21 is documented over 39 volumes, totaling a staggering 11,755 pages, and the Army represents just 1/4 of the Pentagon's total request. Of the RDT&E program elements, 18% are under $5 million, and more than half of all program elements are under $29 million, and the mean program element is just $93 million. Compare that to the average venture capital fund, which allocates $207 million a year, and large VCs allocate more than $1 billion annually. It's not just the number of budget line items. In order for a lab or a firm to scale a new technology, it takes at least 2 years, and in many cases more, to get it programmed into the budget. This is called the Valley of Death, and that's assuming that over 50 offices approve it. Many defense offices have tried to bridge the Valley of Death, including the Defense Innovation Unit, SOFWorks, Naval X, and many others. However, without budget reform, their efforts may falter. The Valley of Death is just one issue. There are several other problems of equal importance that can't be fixed by tweaking the current system. Do you think China waits 2 or more years to find money for new military technologies? Their ability to move fast supports civil-military fusion and has even resulted in their ability to access United States technology firms. In the 1950s and before, budgets were classified by organization, such as the Transportation Service, the Signal Service, the Medical and Hospital Department, and the Engineering Service. The question is, for research and development, should we return to congressional heritage of financial control? Here's what we're proposing for RDT&E. Today, the Army has 182 program elements that average just $69 million each. We're proposing something like 24 program elements averaging just over $500 million each. That's a reduction in PEs by a factor of 7.6, providing major organizations like the program executive offices and the laboratories the ability to exercise real portfolio management. The Navy, Air Force, and DoD-wide accounts can similarly be reorganized. Each major organization, usually led by a Senate-approved flag officer, will likely control between $250 million and perhaps $2 billion portfolios, allowing them to be agile and accelerate innovation. These portfolios are not extravagant. For example, in 1951, the Army Ordnance Service received an appropriation of $40 billion in today's dollars. The budgets will still maintain programmatic insight. The primary appropriations will remain the same. Within RDT&E, program executive offices will be the major unit of control. Underneath the organizations, major thrusts will outline programs, and below that, lower level insight. With greater flexibility, Congress requires new tools for transparency and accountability. This should include quarterly reports for funding movements, real-time dashboard insights, and more in-person reviews and classified briefings. In return, reprogramming and new start thresholds should be raised to $70 million or 20%. As Sean Barnes, an executive in the Air Force, said, "In today's information environment, there's no reason why we couldn't give Congress habitual, routine access to information." The point is a win-win proposition for both the Pentagon and the Congress. Please join us in making budget reform a reality.